Hello everyone, on today's episode of the 1 Year Life Transformation Challenge, we're going to talk about 10 ways to take your life back. Hello everyone, as discussed in the intro, today we're going to talk about taking your life back and taking ownership, and rather than the current situation in our modern society where we're quite often dictated what to have, what to own. We're going to talk about 10 simple ways in order to shake that monkey off your back and really live your true authentic life. And as always, I want to start with a quote, and that quote is by the indelible Audrey Hepburn. And Audrey's quote here is, "The important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters." Let's repeat that very simple wisdom from Audrey Hepburn. The important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. I recently saw a quote by, I think it was a quote from John Lennon, coming from the 60s, and he talked about how his mother told him that all he had to be in life was happy. And when he went to school, he had to write an essay on what he wanted to grow up and be in life, and he wrote to be happy. And the teacher walked over to him and said, "You don't understand the assignment." And John Lennon said, "You don't understand life." And I think John Lennon was right. Ultimately, we all just want to be happy. However, sometimes our life becomes derailed and hijacked by possessions, toxic relationships, or really just negative cyclical thoughts that keep coming through our mind and preventing us from being our true self. The 10 things I'm going to share with you now on how to take back your life were instrumental to me to becoming the person I am today. Each one has its own challenges, but each one is incredibly rewarding. And as we go through this list, I'm sure that you'll recognize some of the symptoms and problems of your life, your true authentic life being taken from you. And these tips on how to take it back will be crucial on your 1 year journey. So, the first step, realize that life is not happening to you, it's responding to you. So, you are the creator of your own reality, and your destiny is completely controlled by your attitude and your thoughts towards life. When you let bad things go, they disappear and new things enter. Life is not happening to you, you're a creative force, and once you take responsibility for being a creative force, you can start to shape your own life. Don't ever give your power away. This is number 2. Don't ever give your power away to something outside of you. I've been guilty terribly of this. So many times I've had a relationship or a partner where that I've needed them to make me happy, and when they weren't happy, I wasn't happy, and really I felt like I was a yo-yo. I was really just trying to make sure the relationships around me were happy ones, otherwise I couldn't be happy. Now what I've realized is I gave these people the power of my happiness. Nothing external to you will ultimately bring you long-term happiness. No fame, no fortune, no relationship. Happiness is an emotion that's generated inside of you, and only you can choose to generate that emotion. External stimulus can quite often remind you about happiness. However, you must never give it away. If you find that when someone else is upset, you become upset, or if you find that for too many days in a row not having something is making you upset, that's a great signal that ultimately you're giving away your happiness and putting it outside of you. It's a key step on your 1 year life journey. Number 3, listen to your own heart. Listen to your own heart. It will never steer you wrong. Your thoughts are manifestations of things you've been told. Your heart is driving you to your true center, to your true place. It doesn't need to be told by, career counselors what you should be, or your heart doesn't really care if your parents are telling you to get married or to have a child. Ultimately, your heart knows where you need to go. We don't follow it enough in Western worlds. We overthink things. People think about 10 years in advance, think about this. Ultimately, we suppress these emotions and they manifest in very toxic ways. Number 4, learn to say no to people and things that don't resonate with you. You're going to die, and you're going to die shortly. It may be months, it could be years, it could be decades. But you need to start saying no now and immediately to start removing these things. Everyone has lots of toxic people in their life, and many people have jobs and careers and other things in their life they really need to say no to. You need to begin today. You need to start saying no. You need to be assertive. You can watch my video on being assertive so you can start clearing out that psychic energy and that junk from your life so your path can unfold. Number 5, take charge of your own health. There is no pill and no doctor that can fix you. I know when you turn on the TV, there's some new, live forever, beyond 2000 sort of episode where they'll talk about people becoming immortal or pills to fix diabetes. Never ever take the risk. Your health is your responsibility. Your body is the vehicle for your conscious mind to travel through the universe. And if your body is healthy, your conscious mind can experience the magnitudes that the earth has to offer. If you're not healthy, you'll sit in the chair and you'll watch a box. And you'll want to be the people in the box when you can be the people in the box, but you must maintain your own health. Take responsibility, no one else will. Don't expect people to look after you. You are an island and you must make sure that your health is your number one priority. I say to people all the time, you could live in the Palace of Versailles, but if you had a stomach ache, you wouldn't like that trip. It's as simple as that. One small problem with your health and your entire outlook on life changes. Number 6, look for a new job if your current one makes you happy. If you think about your life, you look at your day, your working day, and then your sleep patterns, ultimately your job will make up the majority of your life. If you don't find something you love, you'll never be really great at it, and you'll never be able to create the sort of career that will give you the freedom you need. Stop immediately, evaluate your job. If it's bringing problems into your life, start looking for a new career. It's your choice. It's a worker's paradise. There are millions of new jobs being created every single year in different fields. Start thinking about it now. 7, forget the norms. The norms are classified to keep people within a middle-class working structure striving to maintain debt for things that they don't need, for a government that constantly wants to tax in order to maintain massive debts on interest. That's it. It's as simple as that. The norms are not designed to serve you. They're designed to control large groups of people by smaller groups of people. It's been that simple. Every law and every rule and almost every dogmatic religion ever created was simply designed to keep the majority of people in check. Because what the upper classes know is that ultimately the power rests in the majority. But you can keep them repressed through norms, and what we generally do is when someone breaks those norms, we call them crazy or weird, or we simply ostracize them. It doesn't matter. Your true life will not occur within the norms of society, I can guarantee you. Number 8, do what makes you happy. Very, very key point. And I'll make 2 here at number 8. Do what makes you happy and stop doing the things that make you unhappy. That simple point there, although it sounds, something that'd be very, very easy to follow, it's something people forget to do. They stop playing sports they love, they stop painting, they stop going for walks, and they blame work. But we've already isolated that as a problem that can be fixed. Write down what you love and do more of it more often. Find out what really irks you and stop it as soon as possible. Number 9, live within your means. Debt is enslavitude. The slave system has been around for most of humanity, and it still continues today. When you're in debt, it's like a chain or an anchor around your neck. You're constantly worried, you're constantly stressing. You must live within your means. I can guarantee you that fancy new house or fancy new boat you're saving for will not bring you the happiness that you deserve. Living within your means and experiencing the wonders of life like nature, your health, and all the things that are free will. Live within your means, you'll have more control and you won't become a slave to debt. And number 10, become mindful. I have a video on mindfulness, and every minute is your precious gift. That's why it's called the present. And ultimately, if you can become mindful, you can find magnificent adventures in just the smallest moment. Traveling for a walk and seeing an old building can become an incredible opportunity to see some animals and some insects and to listen to the noises. But it can only be done while you're mindful. The most fantastic thought of a desert island is not as good as going to your local beach, because the experience always outweighs the thought. Be mindful, live in the moment, be present. Watch my video on mindfulness if you need some tips, but stay present, because that is where you're in control. So they are 10 ways to start taking back your life. Which ones are you currently doing, and which ones do you need to work on? They're instrumental to your 1-year life transformation. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for another video. You're taking your life back day by day. I'm really excited, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.